ppm, degree, milligrams per liter, degree Clark, and we have given the equation of uh, correlation that uh, okay. And we're talking about the equation of equivalence. 1 milligram per liter is equal to 1 ppm is equal to 0.07 degree Clark and 0.1 degree French. Okay. Okay. Now let's start doing the numericals of this particular topic. Okay. Before I start explaining the numericals for this topic, let me quickly make you light about the I'll just revise writing the formulae. Okay. So units of hardness are units of hardness, milligrams per liter, ppm, parts per million, and you have degree Clark and degree French. Okay. Uh, just a small request: is the board clear to you all? Are you able to see the
Yes, ma'am.
on the board? Huh? Ma? Side?
Yes, ma'am. It is clear, ma'am.
Okay. So these are the units of hardness. And what is the equation of correlation? 1 milligram per liter is equal to 1 ppm is equal to 0.07 degree Clark. Now this is British unit is equal to 0.1 degree French. This is the French unit, of course. Okay. And hence is the discussion. Fine. Now, next point which I'd like to share with you all is the formulae for calculation of calcium carbonate equivalents. Formulae for the calculation of calcium carbonate equivalents. See, you can write them by chance if you have not written. What's the first formula I gave? I gave calcium carbonate equivalents, okay, which is nothing but degree of hardness. Degree of hardness is equal to weight of the hardness causing salt, weight of the hardness causing salt into what? Roll number 75. No one is there. Okay, that's the first formula, and this formula is applicable to note. It can be used for all ions. Like Ca2 plus, Mg2 plus, Al3 plus, Fe3 plus, etc. Okay, that's the beauty, and this formula can be used where no, it is not molecular weight here, it is equivalent weight. Is the equivalent weight of the salt. But generally, if only bivalent ions are there, the calcium carbonate's equivalents can be calculated using the formula weight of the salt in milligrams, okay, that is hardness causing, into 100 divided by the molecular weight, divided by the molecular weight of the salt. Okay, now this 150 R, this is the equivalent weight of calcium carbonate, and this is the molecular weight of calcium carbonate. And the second formula is only useful for
Ma'am,
bivalent ions.
కొంచెం కింది కానండి మ్యామ్ క్యాన్ క్రాస్ పెట్టారు మీరు
క్రాస్ నడుస్తుంది ఇదంటే 2 సార్లు పడింది అబ్బా దిస్ ఇస్ ద ప్రాబ్లం వాట్స్ హ్యాపెనింగ్ ఐ డోంట్ నో విత్ దిస్ పర్టిక్యులర్ మొబైల్ okay, used only for bivalent ions. Okay, and hence is the discussion. This is important, kids. Just remember these formulas. If you have already written, don't worry. This is 50 is equivalent weight of calcium carbonate, and here 100 is molecular weight of calcium carbonate. These are the things to be memorized time and again. These are the famous viva voce questions. Okay, they'll ask what is 50 and 100 out there. Okay. Jayant and Siddharth, roll number 94, Siddharth, you are there?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, Siddharth, you should see your connectivity problem properly. Okay.
Okay,
You should not hop in and out. Okay, and don't encourage yourself taking much calls when the class is on. Okay, also you need to be present very much when your friends are giving the presentations. Did you give, by the way?
Yes, ma'am.
Then it's a common thing, no? Everyone should be there. That's a spirit of the students, that whether you are interested or not interested, you are in the mood, good mood or bad mood, whatever it is, our feelings should not affect our working style. Okay, and we should be present. Okay, everyone. This is not with only Siddharth, it's for everyone. Second turn, only network issue is only with respect to Siddharth, but the rest of the things is we should be there. Okay, we should listen, we should speak. While speaking, every other person has to listen and you should be speaking to a good number of students, your friends there. I'll get back. Okay, these are the formulae. And before I make you start doing the calculations, before I start making you do the calculations, let me quickly give the numericals. Okay, but there are certain terms which molecular weights we need to know. Okay, so what is calcium? Atomic number 20, weight is 40. Correct? The most commonly used. Now magnesium is having less atomic number. Atomic weight is 24. Okay. Next, what is a common one we find? Oxygen. Kids, tell me oxygen. 8, 16. Carbon 6, 12. Excuse me, really sorry. Calcium, magnesium, oxygen, carbon. What else we have? Nitrogen. If by chance I have NO2. Nitrogen 7, 14. I have sulfur, sulfates. Okay, 16, 32. Okay, what are the other things which we use? Chlorides. Okay, chlorine 1735.5. Okay. What are the other commonly used?
Sodium.
Enana?
Sodium.
Sodium, I'll tell, not right now. Okay, you remember these things. Okay, one more point, put 3-star marks and remember. Very, very important. If this question is asked, this point, what I'm telling you right now is important. What you should remember is that salts like 1A salts like NaCl, KCl, Si, salts like not 1A alone, SiO2, that is silicon dioxide. Okay. Turbidity. And sand does not contribute to hardness. Does not contribute to hardness. Does not contribute to hardness. Therefore, calcium carbonate equivalent calculation is not done. Calcium carbonate equivalence calculation is not done. This should be put in a block. Most students do the entire numerical correctly. But what mistake they do? If they'll generally give NaCl, KCl as if it is very, very important. Sometimes few examiners even, in fact, will try to bungle up the students' attention with giving the molecular weight of Na. Okay, don't get confused. They never contribute to hardness. So calcium carbonate equivalent calculation should not be done with them at all. But one point I'd like to tell. Many a times, in fact, in our mid exams, we will always give the molecular weight. You need not have to calculate. But external exams, we don't know. Sometimes they will give, sometimes they may not give. Okay, that's the reason why I've given you this. You have already, all know about this, but it's a small recapitulation when we are doing the numericals. This is the point we need to always keep in mind while doing the numericals of the topic. Okay, now you'll get more and more clarity when we shall start discussing about them. Okay, take down numerical 2. Okay, so what's the heading? Numericals for calculation of degree of hardness. Now, take down the question. A sample of water, for analysis has, a sample of water for analysis has the following dissolved salts. The following dissolved salts. Calcium sulfate, 13.6 milligrams per liter. 13.6 milligrams per liter. Magnesium bicarbonate. Magnesium bicarbonate. 7.3 milligrams per liter. Calcium bicarbonate. Calcium bicarbonate. 16.2 milligrams per liter. Magnesium chloride. Magnesium chloride. 19 milligrams per liter. 19 milligrams per liter. Calculate total temporary and permanent hardness of this hardness of the sample in terms of ppms, calcium carbonate equivalents. Calculate total permanent and temporary hardness in terms of ppms, calcium carbonate equivalents. Okay, I'll give you 5 minutes time. Don't start giving me the answers. Just calculate and keep. Okay. Now can I start answering this question? Okay. For convenience, what is the molecular weight of calcium sulfate? Calcium sulfate is equal to, did you calculate?
136.
Calcium sulfate is 136. Molecular weight of magnesium bicarbonate is 146. Magnesium bicarbonate is 146. Okay. Next. Molecular weight of calcium bicarbonate is 162. Calcium bicarbonate is 162. Magnesium chloride is equal to, magnesium chloride is equal to 95. Magnesium chloride is equal to 95. So, first one, calcium carbonate equivalence for of calcium sulfate is equal to 13.6 divided by 136 into 100. Why 100? Because this is all these are bivalent ions. So I can use the second formula, weight by molecular weight into 100. Now this will be 10 ppm calcium carbonate equivalence.
మ్యామ్
10
పైన
pp.
ఫార్ములా తీసుకున్నా అదే వస్తుంది కదా మ్యామ్.
ఏంటన్నా?
ఇంకో ఫార్ములా తీసుకున్నా అదే ఆన్సర్ వస్తుంది కదా
అదే
మ్యామ్.
ఆన్సర్ వస్తుంది. ఏ ఫార్ములా యూస్ చేసినా అదే ఆన్సర్ వస్తుంది. ఇన్ఫాక్ట్ ఫస్ట్ ఇది వాడామనుకో అది ఇంకా ఈజీ. కానీ అప్పుడు ఈక్వాలెంట్ వెయిట్ ఆఫ్ దిస్ కాల్షియం సల్ఫేట్ ఎంత అవుతుందంటే 136 డివైడెడ్ బై 2 ఎంత?
68.
Now this can also be done if using the second formula. Then you need to calculate equivalent weight of calcium sulfate is equal to 136 divided by 2. That is 6 2s are 12, 8. Okay. Then I'll use the formula 13.6 divided by 68 into 50. That again gives the same answer. Okay. Either of the things. This one is better. Why? Because if calcium and magnesium are there, no problem. Otherwise, you will get wrong answer. Okay. The second one. Second one, calcium carbonate equivalence of magnesium bicarbonate is equal to 7.3 divided by 146 into 100. That will be equal to 5 ppm. 5 ppm calcium carbonate equivalence. 5 ppm calcium carbonate equivalence. Okay. Understand some problem. I don't know. I'm not able to identify. It's irritating me. Not able to stand like this. Okay. Next one is, I need to rub the book now. Okay. The next one is calcium bicarbonate. Okay. So calcium bicarbonate, calcium carbonate equivalence of calcium bicarbonate is equal to, it's 16.2 milligrams per liter. So 16.2 divided by 162 into 100. That's going to be again 10 ppm calcium carbonate equivalent. Okay. The fourth one is calcium carbonate equivalence of magnesium chloride is equal to 19 divided by 95 into 100. Okay. So how much this is going to be? Okay, 5 and 20 ppm calcium carbonate equivalence. Okay. Are you able to see the board clearly? Okay. Now, the total hardness is equal to total hardness is equal to temporary plus permanent hardness. Temporary plus permanent hardness. Total hardness is equal to temporary plus permanent hardness. Temporary hardness which is also called carbonate hardness, is caused due to calcium bicarbonate and magnesium bicarbonate. Why this is called temporary? Because it can be removed by boiling of water. Okay, this type of hardness is removed by boiling of water and is caused by bicarbonates of calcium and magnesium. So, what is the hardness caused by magnesium bicarbonate? 5 ppm. Okay, that of calcium bicarbonate is 10 ppm. So, the total is 15 ppm calcium carbonate equivalence. 15 ppm calcium carbonate equivalence. Whereas the permanent hardness is equal to 5, which is 10, which is contributed by calcium sulfate, and 20, which is due to magnesium chloride. That will be equal to 30 ppm calcium carbonate equivalence. 30 ppm calcium carbonate equivalent. Okay. Now total hardness is equal to therefore total hardness is equal to 15 plus 30, that is going to be 45 ppm calcium carbonate equivalence. 45 ppm calcium carbonate equivalence. Okay. Next question, please. Please take down the next question. Any doubts, please raise your hand. Easy one. Okay. Next, take down the question. A sample of hard water A sample of hard water contained the following dissolved salts per liter. Contained the following dissolved salts per liter. Okay. So what are the salts that are present? Salt, weight, molecular weight. Okay. The salt here is the first one, calcium chloride, and it is a 111 11.1 milligrams. 11.1 milligrams. Calcium sulfate, 1.36 milligrams. Calcium sulfate, 1.36 milligrams. Calcium bicarbonate, 16.2 milligrams. 16.2 milligrams. Magnesium bicarbonate, 14.6 milligrams. 14.6 milligrams. Magnesium sulfate, 60 milligrams. 60 milligrams. Magnesium chloride, 19 milligrams. 19 milligrams. Given the molecular weights of the salts, okay, calcium chloride molecular weight is 111. Calcium chloride molecular weight is 111. Calcium sulfate is 136. Calcium sulfate is 136. Calcium bicarbonate is 162. Calcium bicarbonate is 162. Magnesium bicarbonate is 146. Magnesium bicarbonate is 146. Magnesium sulfate is 120. Magnesium sulfate is 120. Magnesium chloride is 95. Okay. Next, calculate total hardness, temporary hardness, and permanent hardness in terms of ppms or milligrams per liter calcium carbonate equivalent. Okay, that's the numerical. I'll give you some 5 minutes time. 4 minutes time I'll give, because I've given everything. It's just calculation. Okay. Okay. What are you doing? Easy. Okay. Now start telling me the answers for the first one. What's the hardness? In ppms or milligrams per liter calcium carbonate equivalent. Okay. So hardness, calcium carbonate equivalents in ppms or milligrams per liter. Okay. So what is the calcium chloride hardness? Enti first day 11.1 divided by 11 triple 111 into 100 enta
10.
10
10 ppm.
10 ppms or milligrams per liter, because both are same. Calcium carbonate equivalents. Okay. The next one is 1.36 divided by 136 into 100. That is going to be
1.
1 ppm or milligrams per liter. Calcium carbonate equivalents. Okay. 16.2 divided by 162 into 100 will be 10.
10.
10 ppms or milligrams per liter. Calcium carbonate equivalents. Okay. 14.6 divided by 146 also will be 10 ppm or milligrams per liter. Calcium carbonate equivalents. Calcium carbonate equivalents. Now 60 milligrams, okay, 60 divided by 120 into 100 will be how much?
50 ppm.
50 ppm. Good. Okay. Next, what's the other one? Magnesium chloride 19 milligrams is present in a liter. Always, kids, remember, it should be always calculated to milligrams per liter. Okay. That's very important. But if they say 19 milligrams is present in 5 liters, then how should you need to work it out?
Divided by 5.
1 liter contains how much amount? Adi, always you should get back your calculation to milligrams per liter or ppms. Okay. If they give grams, you should convert it into milligrams. Okay. Remember, these things are few tricky questions. Suddenly what they'll do, they'll say 11.1 milligrams and 1.36 grams. Then you need to convert it into milligrams. That's how they actually confuse the students in examinations. Okay. This is one small confusion they'll do, trickish. And the other one will be that SRP values. Sometimes they give suddenly oxidation values. How you will know? Instead of Zn plus 2 slash Zn, they'll give Zn slash Zn plus 2, which shows the oxidation potential. Okay. Like that, they'll check whether you're alert or not in just reading the question. Small things. I think this might be a common experience for you solving numericals for your MSET and IIT. Okay, that's what they do. Okay, speaks your attentiveness. Here, this is again going to be 5. 20 kada? 20 ppm or milligrams per liter. Calcium carbonate equivalents is the one. Now, the temporary hardness will be equal to, temporary hardness is equal to how much?
20.
20, yeah? Yeah, 20 ppms. That is calcium bicarbonate plus magnesium bicarbonate. That's going to be 20 ppm or milligrams per liter calcium carbonate equivalents. The next one is the rest all calculation. 20 plus 10 plus 1, 11, 11 plus 50, 61, 61 plus 20, 81. Okay, so permanent hardness is nothing but permanent hardness. Permanent hardness is equal to 81 ppm or milligrams per liter calcium carbonate equivalents. Okay, and total hardness is equal to 20 plus 81, that is equal to 101 milligrams per liter or ppm calcium carbonate equivalents. ppm calcium carbonate equivalents. That's the answer for the numerical as given. Okay. The next question. Okay. The next question, right. Calculate the total temporary and permanent hardness. Calculate the total temporary and permanent hardness of the given water sample containing following salts. Which was boiled rigorously, to half the volume. Okay, right. Magnesium bicarbonate, 1.46 milligrams per liter. 1.46 milligrams per liter. Calcium bicarbonate, 8.1 milligrams per liter. 8.1 milligrams per liter. NaCl 23 milligrams per liter. 23 milligrams per liter. turbidity, ten milligrams per liter. Okay, I'll repeat the question. Calculate the total temporary and permanent hardness of a given water sample containing the following dissolved salts, which was boiled rigorously to half its volume. Okay, what you have? Magnesium bicarbonate, calcium bicarbonate, sodium chloride, and turbidity. Molecular weight of calcium bicarbonate is 146. Okay. Magnesium bicarbonate is 162. Magnesium bicarbonate is 162. NaCl is plus 58.5.
Ma'am, total temporary hardness is equals to 3, ma'am. 3 ppm.
What? What?
3 ppm,
Please.
ma'am. Temporary hardness.
Enana? Hello, Sai. Tell me, you were saying something.
Temporary hardness is equals to 3 ppm, ma'am. Is it correct?
Temporary hardness is
3 ppm.
3 ppm. Okay.
Correct.
What is permanent hardness?
Permanent hardness is not there, ma'am.
How about NaCl and turbidity?
We should not calculate that, ma'am. It does not cause hardness.
Okay.
Ma'am, but it is boiled, no, ma'am. Then permanent temporary hardness won't be there, no.
So, Kirti, are you Kirti?
No, ma'am.
Hello.
Harshita.
Akshita.
Harshita.
Harshita, brilliant. So, what's your answer?
0. Everything is 0.
That's a brilliant answer. That's what exactly I wanted to know from you all.
Ma'am, boil to half an ఉంది కదా మ్యామ్.
Boil to half the volume. అంటే నీళ్లు బాగా మరిగించాయి.
అంటే
So, what hardness is removed by boiling of water?
Temporary hardness.
So, in your solution, which are the temporary hardness causing salts? Calcium and magnesium. Okay. So the hardness of this test sample is taken as 0. Why? Why? Because you took the test sample which was boiled to half its volume. So when the solution is boiled to half its volume, the two temporary hardness causing salts, magnesium bicarbonate and calcium bicarbonate, get removed. Okay. And we don't consider NaCl and turbidity as hardness causing because they don't show the tendency of scale sludge formation. Rather, turbidity causes clogging of the, I should say, hardness removing substrates or the polymeric beds, okay, that we'll be discussing in purification process. Turbidity is not actually hardness causing, but it will cause clogging, okay, and it's a colloidal suspension. Now, when I'm talking about the hardness, I'm talking about the dissolved salts present in it, okay. Again, I'm telling you repeatedly, calcium carbonate is not a hardness causing salt, but it is always present associated with water. That's the reason why I always express the hardness in terms of calcium carbonate equivalents. Why again and again I'm telling you is make you realize this calcium carbonate is never hardness causing, but it is always associated with water. So it is not a hardness causing salt. But if by chance, if it is present, now how it is formed? If by chance the water is fed into a boiler and I'm boiling the water, then the calcium bicarbonate actually gets converted to calcium carbonate, which is present in that water. Now, this calcium carbonate actually is insoluble in cold water, but will dissolve in hot water under pressure, that is in boilers, and quickly react with, if silica is there, the turbidity is there, it has capability to react with this turbidity silica to form calcium silicates, which form the toughest scales to be removed. It will be a perfect nonsense. Actually, those who are making the PPTs for water, again, just like corrosion, you will find lot of pictures, pictorial ones, which are actually taken from the industry. What? The calcium silicates and magnesium silicates are the toughest scales to be removed. Headache. Okay, and this is the discussion. So altogether, the hardness of this sample is 0. Why? Magnesium bicarbonate is removed as magnesium hydroxide and calcium bicarbonate is removed as calcium carbonate. NaCl and turbidity does not cause any hardness. Therefore, this sample is supposed to be containing 0 hardness causing salt. That's the answer. అర్థమైందా అందరికి? ఈజీనే కదా? ఏం చెప్పాను? ఆ క్వశ్చన్ అందుకే రిపీట్ చేశాను రెండోసారి. ఎందుకంటే నేను వాటర్ ని హాఫ్ ద వాల్యూమ్ కి బాయిల్ చేశాను. ఓకే, యాక్చువల్లీ ఇది ముందర ఇచ్చేసి ఉంటే మీకు ఇంకా బాగుండేదేమో, కానీ ఐ విల్ గివ్. సో వాట్ విల్ హ్యాపెన్ వెన్ calcium bicarbonate is how temporary hardness is removed? Just once realize. Okay, calcium bicarbonate, okay, upon boiling water will get converted to calcium carbonate plus carbon dioxide plus H2O. You need to balance the equation. Okay, and I think here too, oxygen is 6, so 3. Okay, H is how much? H is here and it is here. Carbon ikkada 2. 1 plus 1, it is 2. It is correct. Okay. Carbon is 2. Calcium is 1. Carbon, hydrogen is 2. And oxygen anta 6. Ante ఇక్కడ 6 kada. This is the equation. Nothing to balance. Now magnesium bicarbonate, what would happen? On heating, will quickly get converted to magnesium hydroxide, MgOH taken twice. This is the sludge you are seeing. Okay, along with that there is removal of carbon dioxide. Okay, so what you need to realize here is that calcium carbonate actually is not hardness causing, but how it is formed? From calcium bicarbonate, it is formed as calcium carbonate. So when water is once fed into the boilers, particularly high pressure and supercritical boilers, which are used in the thermal power plants or various other boilers for mechanical engineering applications, you'll be surprised that they cause lot of hardness. Okay, the calcium carbonate is formed like that. Okay, so the answer is 0. అర్థమైపోయింది కదా. నీళ్లు బాగా బాయిల్ చేసేసినప్పుడు కాల్షియం కార్బనేట్ ఫామ్ చేసేస్తుంది, మెగ్నీషియం బైకార్బనేట్ మెగ్నీషియం హైడ్రాక్సైడ్ ఫామ్ చేస్తుంది. ఇప్పుడు వీటి హార్డ్నెస్ కన్సిడర్ చేయాలి, కానీ యాక్చువల్లీ ఆ పర్టికులర్ శాంపుల్ లో కింద స్లడ్జ్ కింద వచ్చేస్తుంది, సాల్ట్స్ అన్ని స్లడ్జ్ కింద వచ్చేసి పైన supernatant liquid is perfectly devoid of hardness causing salt. It's a common experience now, because we are drinking RO purified water in our houses. We are not, you people might be not knowing much, but if you otherwise just take the tap water that comes from municipal water supply, now just take one glass full of water, it will be light brown in color because of the turbidity. Okay, then it's a common practice in our houses. Even RO purified water also we are boiling. Actually, many health problems are coming because RO purified water is completely devoid of all the salts, which sometimes are required for us, and the source is water. So this hyper or super filtration which is done by RO purification is actually is not very correct. If actually you're opting for water from the nice companies, okay, which are in RO purification, they'll in fact add few salts into the water which does not taste, but they give the required supplements for the body. That's the secret there actually. Okay, so the answer for this question is 0. Okay, the last one, please take it up. Calculate the hardness. Calculate the hardness of water. Calculate the hardness of water in terms of milligrams per liter, degree Clark and degree French. Given. Total hardness is 100 ppm and temporary hardness is 25 ppm. Okay. What's the answer? ఇచ్చాను టెంపరీ హార్డ్నెస్ 25 ppm ఇచ్చాను. కాల్షియం కార్బోనేట్ ఈక్వాలెన్స్ of course. Permanent hardness, total hardness is 100 ppm. You need to give me the answer for this numerical in terms of milligrams per liter, degree Clark and degree French, and you should express these units for both temporary, permanent and total hardness. Okay, it's only to memorize formula. Siddharth, mute your mic, please. నేను లెఫ్ట్ అంటుంది ఒకటి. Okay, now what's the answer, kids? Give me the answer. Total hardness is equal to Now I'll finish. Now
7.
come on. 7.
7 degree class.
కాదు ఫస్ట్ నాకు ఇలా చెప్పు. మిల్లీగ్రామ్స్ అసలు బోర్డు కనిపిస్తుందమ్మా? Hello, is the board legible?
Yes, ma'am.
Total hardness is equal to, I've told you, 100 ppm. That is equal to 100 milligrams per liter. That is equal to how many, Clark?
7.
7, 7
ma'am.
degree Clark. And how much is French?
10.
10 degree French. Okay, that's the answer. Permanent hardness is equal to ఎంత?
20 ppm.
ఇదెంత? పర్మనెంట్ ఎంత? 25.
Permanent 75. Permanent 75, ma'am.
Okay, none. 75. That is equal to 75 milligrams per liter. That is equal to
5.25
5.25 degree Clark and 7.5 degree French. Good. Next. Temporary hardness is equal to ఎంత?
25 ppm is equals to
25 ppm is equal to
25 milligrams per liter is equals to
25 milligrams per liter is equal to
1.75 degree Clark.
1.75 degree Clark is equal to
2.5
degree French. Okay, that's the one. Hope you understood, everyone. That's the answer. Fine. So that concludes the numericals on calcium carbonate equivalence. Now, before I conclude my session, now I took again, don't get confused. If you have understood, nothing like that. If you didn't understand, just listen to this one more. Somehow the response you are giving, there's something in my heart. I'm not really happy. I don't know why I'm not able to sense that this topic you got confidence. Okay. I need to tell you one small story. You know that donkey story, carrying salt every day across a river? Telsa? This used to be a farmer who used to sell salt, carrying from one place to another. Well, he used to load salt on the back of that donkey, and he used to make the donkey cross the river. That donkey used to feel that she's very intelligent. Why? Every time while crossing the river, it used to just down its back so that the salt would get dissolved into the water, and by the time it reaches the other side of the river, the weight of the salt would come down. This used to be the practice of the donkey. The farmer or that merchant felt very bad. Why this donkey is doing like this? Let me give it a punishment. So what he did, one day he loaded the same weight of cotton on its back. What happened? This donkey unknowingly has again bent its back in the river water, and when the time it took it out, the weight increased double the weight, because cotton soaked water and its back broke. So that means if you need to give the moral to the story. That if you think we are fooling someone, then we are the biggest fools, because no one can be fooled many number of times. If you are thinking that you are fooling a person many times, it means that you are fooling yourself unknowingly. That you can act pranks on others and others are real stupids. No, that's not correct. And that's not practical also. The other person, in spite of realizing that you're playing pranks on them, are tolerating you, shows that the other person is very, very noble. That after understanding your stupidity, still they behave as if they have not known anything. But that's not the moral story I want to tell. It's all about the weight and volume of particular substance. Okay. So, if you're weighing 1 kg salt and 1 kg cotton, can you know the difference between that 1 kg salt weight and 1 kg cotton weight in terms of the volume of those substances? Obviously, salt volume is less, whereas the cotton volume is more. But probably what you should realize is that the weight is the same. This is what I exactly wanted to pin in your head. Why always calcium carbonate equivalent calculation? I have told you, calcium carbonate is one salt which actually does not dissolve in water at all. So I should not break, but it is always associated with water in terms of hardness causing salts. So because this is insoluble salt in cold water, is nothing to break our head, but it keeps on appearing as and when the water has dissolved calcium salts. Calcium carbonate is PPT, quick PPT. Okay, so its molecular weight is 100. Okay, so if I say calcium carbonate is 100 grams, okay, means if I can say it as 100 parts. Okay, so if I'm taking 100 parts of calcium carbonate, okay, 100 grams, okay, now what is the weight of calcium chloride? Tell me, what is the weight of calcium chloride? Just now I told with you. Inta, what's the weight of calcium chloride, kids? 111. So, calcium chloride, 111 is its weight. What is molecular weight? Defined as weight of the compound in grams. Okay, weight of a substance in grams is nothing but molecular weight. Okay, is weight of the compound in grams. Okay, so calcium carbonate 100 parts, its molecular weight is 100. If I say that as 100 parts, calcium chloride whose molecular weight is 111 is 111 parts. Okay, now the amount of calcium carbonate and magnesium chloride are same. That is 100 parts of calcium carbonate is equivalent to 111 parts of calcium chloride. Ante idi enta hardness istundo calcium carbonate anta calcium 111 parts of calcium chloride istundi. Okay, unko salt weight cheppandi. Calcium sulfate enta 146 162 na. Calcium sulfate enta weight
136, ma'am.
136 okay, calcium sulfate 136. So 136 parts of calcium sulfate enta hardness istundo anta hardness 100 parts of calcium chloride calcium carbonate istundi. Adhumainda? This is exactly the point which I wanted to drive. Ante వాటి molecular weight ni parts కింద అనుకుంటే calcium carbonate molecular weight 100, calcium chloride molecular weight 111, calcium sulfate molecular weight 136. ఓకే, 1 గ్రామ్ ఒక పార్ట్ అనుకుంటే ఏం చెప్పాలనుకుంటున్నానంటే 100 parts of calcium carbonate ఎంత హార్డ్నెస్ ని కాంట్రిబ్యూట్ చేస్తుందో అంత 100 parts of calcium chloride, 136 parts of calcium sulfate, equivalents. ఓకే, ఫారడేస్ సెకండ్ లా ఉంటుంది చూసావా, ఈక్వివాలెంట్ వెయిట్ కరెస్పాండింగ్ గా డిపాజిట్ అవుతుందని చెప్పి. సో అన్ని ఈక్వివాలెంట్స్ అంత హార్డ్నెస్ కాస్ట్ చేస్తాయని ఉద్దేశం. అది ఫార్ములా నేను చెప్పేది. కాల్షియం కార్బోనేట్ ఈక్వివాలెంట్స్ లోకి కన్వర్ట్ చేస్తున్నాను అంటే మీనింగ్ ఏంటి అంటే, ఆ పర్టికులర్ సాల్ట్ కాల్షియం కార్బోనేట్ కి ఎన్ని పార్ట్స్ లాగా, ఎన్ని పార్ట్స్ ఆఫ్ కాల్షియం కార్బోనేట్ హార్డ్నెస్ కాస్ట్ చేస్తుందో ఆ సాల్ట్ అన్ని పార్ట్స్ కాంట్రిబ్యూట్ చేస్తుందని చెప్తున్నాను, అన్ని ఈక్వివాలెంట్స్ కింద. అంటే అర్థమైందా? దట్ ఈస్ ద టెక్నికాలిటీ బిహైండ్ కాల్షియం కార్బోనేట్ ఈక్వివాలెంట్స్. అంటే సపోజ్ 100 grams ఆఫ్ కాల్షియం కార్బోనేట్ ఎంత హార్డ్నెస్ ఇస్తుందో అది 100 grams ఆఫ్ కాల్షియం క్లోరైడ్ ఇస్తుంది, అంటే ఇన్ టర్మ్స్ ఆఫ్ ఇట్స్ ఈక్వివాలెంట్స్. సరే, ఆర్ 136 parts of calcium sulfate. That's the idea. Okay, this is over. Now who will start the presentations? Are you ready? Will you start giving it to me and we'll conclude by some 12:30? Is that okay?